There are fears an attack on the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights could spark an all-out war. 12 children from the Druze community were killed in the airstrike. Today, Israel's military says it's attacked multiple sites deep inside Lebanon, while Hezbollah says it attacked an Israeli kibbutz. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has cut short a trip to the US to convene a meeting of his Security Council. Yesterday, a rocket hit a football pitch in the Druze town of Majdal Shams in the Golan Heights. The Golan Heights are seen by the international community as Syrian territory seized and occupied by Israel in the Six-Day War in 1967 and then annexed by Israel in 1981. Israel's Prime Minister has pointed the finger at the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah, saying they will pay a heavy price. Hezbollah denied responsibility for the attack. In response, Israel has struck 7 locations deep inside Lebanon. The Israeli military says they were a series of Hezbollah terror targets. Yesterday, Israel also struck a girls' school in Gaza, which killed at least 30 people. And Israel says it was targeting a Hamas command centre. All of this has sparked concerns of a wider regional war. Hezbollah, backed by Iran, which has warned Israel against a new war in Lebanon.
Fresh funerals of Hezbollah fighters in Beirut. And the passions of those loyal to the Lebanese group are on full display. They're far from being cowed by Israeli threats of widespread attacks. Rather, the group, designated a terror outfit by multiple countries, including the US and the UK, seem more defiant than ever.
There's no doubt tensions are exceedingly high right now. Everyone nervously anticipating that this could be the event that tips the whole region into all-out war.
Hezbollah has vehemently denied it's involved in the football pitch massacre. It was on a predominantly Arab Druze town on Syrian land occupied by Israel, and that's wholeheartedly believed here.
If Hezbollah wanted to bomb civilians, they would bomb civilians in Israel. Why did they went, and why do they have to make a conflict between Arabs? I don't believe this story.
This is the first time that an attack like this happens and Hezbollah doesn't take responsibility for it. So that's completely against the pattern. It doesn't make sense. And every single attack that has happened so far, every single attack that Hezbollah said they were responsible for was on military targets, was on military infrastructure, military vehicles. That's how it's always been.
And most worrying, perhaps, is that the prospect of all-out war is not feared at all by Hezbollah supporters or fighters.
We don't care. Even if we die, all of us, we don't care.
What the Israeli Prime Minister opts to do next is key. He returned from his US trip early and immediately held several meetings to discuss Israel's response, with Hezbollah very much in their sights. The Israeli military has aired images it says proves Hezbollah fired the deadly Iranian-made Falak 1 rocket, which killed a dozen children. And Israel received strong backing from its closest ally and the US Defense Secretary, who's visiting Japan.
There is no justification for terrorism, period. And every indication is that, indeed, the rockets were or the rocket was from Hezbollah. We stand by Israel's right to defend its citizens from terrorist attacks.
But the Lebanese authorities want an independent investigation into exactly what happened. They're urging restraint by both Israel and their Hezbollah partners. War will destroy both countries and involve the region, they warn.
Any attack on Lebanon is an attack on the Lebanese. There would be no difference between Lebanese and Hezbollah. Most of the fighting is going to be with Hezbollah, but it will be supported by most Lebanese. Not because we like the war, because Israel is attacking Lebanon. We cannot accept it.
Lebanon and the region is on the edge, and it's becoming more and more difficult to de-escalate tensions. Alex Crawford, Sky News, Beirut.